My name is Carlos Hart.
And my name is Faith Hart.
I grew up in Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica. I left there when I was 17, but that's pretty much my birth home.
I was actually born in Jamaica as well, but I grew up in St. Vincent, and I lived there until I was 12 years old. And at that time, we migrated to the United States and moved to Georgia. I vaguely remember when I was away at college at the University of Alabama, coming back home to visit, and I remember him being at church one Sunday, but it's all very vague to me because it was so long ago and I was attending school out of state at the time. Most of my memories took place after I graduated and had been working away, and then finally moved back to Georgia. And we were at the same church together. We were in the same friendship group, the same young adults group. So we spent a lot of time together as friends.
When we were in Atlanta, we moved here on a job relocation assignment. Then everything kind of happened quickly.
When we were living out in the Athens area for Carlos's job after we had left Colombia in 2007, we had been praying about moving back here to Colombia. So we were praying, we sought godly counsel from other people who the Lord had laid on our hearts to ask about it. All of the above checked out. So on that particular week, we were scheduled to close on a home here in Colombia. We had found a home, we had been visiting. So we found a home that we had a contract on. We were going to close on Friday morning at 9 o'clock. Thursday afternoon, after 4, he calls me from his job and he says, "Honey, I've been laid off. I lost my job."
My initial response to being laid off was, what do I do as the head of the household provider? And honestly, it was mainly shock. Like, you're just staring at the wall, staring at the ceiling. You walk around trying to figure out, what do you do? What's the plan? Meanwhile, on a spiritual level, things are being tested. You know, the faith, do you believe in what I've requested of you to do? There was one particular day I was on the bed, just as I said earlier, staring at the ceiling, and Faith said, what's wrong? And I said, well, I just don't know. How am I going to provide for the family? And she looks at me and says, do you think you've been providing for the family this entire time? And to this day, that has stuck with me, because I was able to, through her, God was able to speak to me to say, look, you're like a vessel. You're like the person that actually does the work, but I'm the one that gives the work. I'm the one that makes things happen. I'm the provider. You're just, the means to get there.
Now, fortunately, God had already been speaking. He had been confirming things all along. So we knew instinctively and deep down inside that he had a reason for everything that was happening. So we had to go ahead and pack up and drive the U-Haul truck across here, close on the house the next morning at 9 o'clock, and just keep moving and trusting the Lord. That was really just an experience of having to trust the Lord for everything.
It was truly an experience. Just raw faith, really. Believing God for trusting Him initially. This is what we desire. This is what You call us to do. There's a change of plan. But our response was, okay, Lord, we're just gonna see what you have in store for us.
You know, in John, it talks about this is eternal life, that they may know him, meaning God and Jesus Christ, his son. And for us, what we found is that our lives are all structured towards knowing who God is. God reveals himself. If you look from Genesis onward, God always reveals his character to people. And that's how they come to understand that he is El Shaddai, or that he's Jehovah Shalom, or that he is Jehovah Jireh, or that he is El Roy. This is how God reveals himself, is through our everyday walk and our everyday experiences. And this was one of those experiences for us when he lost his job, of understanding that he is and forever will be our provider. And that's what he's been trying to get us to understand through these experiences. So we're very well aware that all of the things that God is allowing us to go through and will continue to allow us to go through is so that they, Carlos and Faith, may know him.
So that's how that feeling was a sense of, well, what do I do now? But, God had a different plan. My name is Carlos Hart.
And my name is Faith Hart. And our story is that they may know him.